All right, deep divers, ready to unlock some hidden potential.
Let's do it.
Today, we're going deep into the world of the Lo Shu Grid.
Fascinating stuff.
Specifically, we're talking missing numbers and remedies.
Yeah, it's amazing how these ancient systems can help us.
Understand our unique energy
Absolutely.
and how to harmonize with, well, with the floor of life, right?
Really.
Now, you might remember our previous episode on the Lo Shu Grid, where we kind of mapped out how to use it
Right.
to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses.
Yep.
Well, think of this as a sequel. We're going beyond just identifying those areas.
Okay.
We're really diving into what those absent numbers actually mean.
Makes sense.
And some practical remedies you can use, to shift the energy.
I love that.
But before we get too deep, just a quick disclaimer.
Of course.
We're here to explore and learn, not diagnose.
Right.
For personalized advice, it's always best to connect with a qualified expert.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so for those who may be new to the game,
Sure.
quick recap. What is the Lo Shu Grid?
Okay, so picture this.
Okay.
A 3x3 grid,
Yeah.
each square holding a number from 1 to 9.
Okay, I got it.
These numbers, they're not random. They actually represent different areas of your life.
So it's not just a random Sudoku puzzle.
No, not at all.
Got it.
And by plugging in your birth date numbers, you get your own personalized grid.
Interesting.
And it can reveal, well, pretty insightful patterns.
Oh, that's
It's like a numerological fingerprint,
I like that.
Yeah. And sometimes certain numbers might be missing,
Okay.
creating these gaps in that fingerprint. Now, it doesn't mean you're lacking something,
Okay.
but it highlights those areas where you might need to, focus a little extra attention.
So it's not a bad thing. It's just something to be aware of.
Precisely.
All right, let's zoom in on those missing numbers,
Okay.
one by one, starting with, well, number one,
The sun.
the sun, right?
Ruling the north direction.
Okay, so what's the deal when this number goes missing?
Well, the sun represents our core self, our ego, our ability to shine in the world.
Okay.
So when number 1 is missing, it can manifest as a lack of self-confidence,
I see.
difficulty asserting yourself,
Yeah.
trouble choosing a career path.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You might feel, well, more introverted.
Yeah.
Have a hard time really expressing yourself fully.
So it's not just about being shy, but maybe like a deeper hesitation
Yeah,
to step into your own spotlight, so to speak.
you got it.
What are some ways to remedy this missing solar energy, to boost that confidence?
Well, one powerful remedy is placing a fish pot in the north direction of your home.
A fish pot?
Yeah. Fish, especially those with vibrant colors like goldfish,
Oh, yeah.
They symbolize prosperity, vitality, qualities associated with the sun.
Like that.
And plus, the element of water, it nourishes, it supports that sun's energy.
I love that imagery, like bringing a little bit of life and movement into that northern space.
Exactly. Another approach is to, well, hang a picture of flowing water in the north
Okay.
in a metal frame,
Okay.
because water represents flow, abundance,
Right.
and that metal frame, it further amplifies that energy.
So we're layering these elements, these symbols,
Yeah,
to kind of create a more potent effect.
precisely. And then on a more personal level, wearing orange clothes on Sundays
Okay.
can also be beneficial.
Interesting.
Orange is the color of the sun, right?
Yeah.
It resonates with that energy, boosts vitality,
Yeah.
confidence.
It's interesting how these remedies, combine
Yeah.
practical actions with symbolic meanings.
That's the beauty of it.
I like that.
They work on multiple levels.
Mhm.
Another simple one, tying a red thread on your right wrist.
Okay.
Red is a powerful color for activation, protection. And the right side of the body is associated with, well, with outward expression.
Okay, that's easy enough. Anything else we can do to bring back that missing number one energy?
Yes, there are some spiritual practices that can be helpful.
Okay.
Worshipping the sun yantra, it's a sacred geometric diagram
Got it.
representing the sun's energy,
Got it.
and it's believed to enhance its influence. You can also place a mirror clock in the north direction.
Okay.
Mirrors, they reflect and amplify energy,
Right.
and clocks represent time and movement, both of which are associated with the sun's power.
Okay, so we got fish, we got water, we got orange, red threads, yantras, and mirror clocks.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how many different approaches there are.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears to number 2,
Okay.
the moon governing the southwest.
Yes.
What happens when when that lunar energy is missing?
The moon, it represents emotions, relationships, intuition, that connection to the feminine principle.
Okay.
So when number 2 is absent, it can show up as challenges in romantic partnerships, lack of emotional stability, or difficulty tapping into your intuition.
Okay.
You might find it hard to stick to schedules, be more prone to daydreaming,
Yeah.
or struggle with, self-confidence, fluctuating self-confidence.
So there's like a feeling of being ungrounded, maybe.
Yeah.
Or easily swayed by external influences.
Exactly.
Okay. What are some ways to cultivate that lunar energy and find more inner peace?
Placing a picture of a pair of swans in the southwest direction can be really helpful.
Swans.
Yeah, they symbolize grace, love, partnership,
Oh, nice.
qualities associated with the moon.
Okay.
You could also try using, silver glasses for drinking water.
Silver glasses. Okay.
Yeah, silver's the metal associated with the moon.
Right.
And water, as we mentioned, it's nurturing.
I love that visual of like sipping from a silver cup.
Yeah.
It feels very ritualistic and intentional.
Absolutely.
What about like specific colors or days of the week associated with the moon?
Wearing white clothes on Mondays?
Mondays.
Okay, can help you connect with that gentle energy.
Okay.
Monday is ruled by the moon.
Right, of course.
And white reflects, well, its pure and calming vibrations.
Okay, yeah. And visually, would placing a picture of a mountain in the southwest be beneficial as well?
That's a fantastic idea.
All right.
Mountains represent stability, grounding, right?
Right.
Qualities that can be helpful when lunar energy is lacking. They offer that sense of permanence amidst, the ever-changing tides of emotions.
Okay, that covers number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Jupiter ruling the east.
Okay.
What does it mean when this expansive energy is milling?
Jupiter, it's often called the Great Benefic in astrology.
Oh, wow.
Represents expansion, abundance, good fortune, wisdom.
Wow, all the good stuff.
Yeah. When number 3 is missing, it can show up as difficulty progressing in life.
Okay.
Challenges in making wise decisions.
Okay.
Lack of Jupiter's blessings. You might find yourself second-guessing your judgment, feeling easily distracted.
Yeah.
Or, experiencing delays in achieving your goals.
So it's like you're missing that guiding light or that extra push to propel you forward.
Exactly.
How can we invite Jupiter's, this benevolent energy, I love that word, benevolent,
It is.
into our lives?
One effective remedy is placing a round-shaped wooden clock in the east direction.
Oh, okay. So the shape matters.
Yeah, the round shape, it symbolizes expansion and wholeness,
Okay.
aligning with Jupiter's expansive nature.
Right.
Wood, as we've seen with other numbers, it's grounding and supportive. And clocks, they represent the passage of time and the unfolding of opportunities,
Okay, yeah.
both associated with Jupiter's influence.
It's fascinating how even the shape and the material of an object can carry those specific meanings.
It is.
Are there any color associations or specific days of the week connected to Jupiter?
Wearing yellow clothes on Thursdays, Jupiter's Day, can help attract those blessings.
Okay.
Yellow represents joy, optimism, expansion, reflecting those positive qualities of Jupiter.
Yellow is such a cheerful and uplifting color.
Yeah.
What about wearing jewelry? Is there anything specific that can enhance Jupiter's energy?
Wearing 2 brass or gold bangles on any hand is believed to attract Jupiter's grace and abundance.
Okay.
Both brass and gold are metals associated with prosperity and good fortune.
Okay, those are great suggestions. What about incorporating images of nature?
Yeah.
Would that align with Jupiter's energy?
Absolutely. Placing pictures of plants and trees in the east direction.
Okay.
It symbolizes growth, abundance, that flourishing of life.
Okay.
All themes connected to Jupiter's influence.
I'm picturing a very, very vibrant and lush scene.
Yeah.
Would something as simple as keeping a wooden pen be helpful too?
Yes. That's a great idea.
Okay.
Wood, as we've discussed, it's that grounding element associated with growth, expansion.
Yeah.
And keeping a wooden pen handy, it can be like a tactile reminder
I like that.
of Jupiter's supportive energy.
This is so fascinating. What a creative way to work with the Lo Shu Grid.
Right.
Anything else before we move on to number 4?
Yes. One more.
Okay.
Hanging a 5, 6, or 9 pipe wind chime in the east direction.
Okay.
ideally blue or green made of wood.
Okay.
Those numbers hold specific meanings that complement Jupiter's energy.
Uh-huh.
And the wind chime itself, it helps to activate that energy in the space.
Okay.
Now, tying the wind chime with a red ribbon is believed to further enhance its effectiveness.
Red ribbon seems to be a recurring theme for enhancing these remedies.
But
What's the significance of that?
in Feng Shui, the color red is associated with activation, vitality, and protection.
Okay.
So it's like giving those remedies an extra boost of power.
Okay, I'm taking notes.
Do it.
Now let's tackle number 4. This one represents Rahu, a shadowy planet in Vedic astrology, and it governs the southeast direction.
Yep.
What does a missing number 4, what does it tell us?
Rahu it's fascinating. It's complex.
Okay.
It's associated with ambition, illusion, material desires, and, unexpected events.
Wow.
Its influence can be both challenging and rewarding.
So a mixed bag.
Kind of, yeah. When number 4 is missing, it can manifest as a lack of financial stability, weak intuition, or struggles in achieving success.
Right.
You might feel directionless, have difficulty thinking clearly, or experience forgetfulness.
So it's like a feeling of being stuck in a fog, maybe? Or pulled in multiple directions without a clear path forward.
Yeah.
How can we ground this energy and create more stability?
Interestingly, some remedies for number 4 overlap with those for number 3.
Okay.
For example, using a green bulb in the east direction, or placing green plants or pictures of plants in the southeast.
Ah, so there's a connection between Jupiter and Rahu in this context.
Yes. Both are associated with growth and expansion,
Okay.
but in different ways. Jupiter represents, that benevolent expansion, while Rahu is more about, ambition and material pursuits.
Okay, so we're not trying to eliminate Rahu's energy,
No.
but rather harness it
Yes.
in a more balanced and productive way.
Exactly.
What else can we do?
Spending time under trees or in gardens can help, connect you with nature's grounding energy,
Okay.
which can be beneficial when Rahu's energy is out of balance. Using wooden furniture is also believed to be helpful because wood is associated with both Rahu and Jupiter.
So we're seeing that recurring theme of nature as a balancing force.
Yeah.
Any other remedies we should know about?
Yes. Remember that wind chime we discussed for number 3?
Yeah.
The one with 5, 6, or 9 pipes made of wood tied with a red ribbon?
Yeah.
Hanging that in the southeast direction can also be beneficial for addressing a missing number 4.
Interesting. So certain remedies can be applied to multiple areas.
Exactly.
Of the Lo Shu Grid.
It's about understanding those underlying energetic principles and finding ways to create that balance and harmony.
We're halfway through.
Yeah.
Let's take a breather here.
Okay.
And continue exploring those missing numbers in part 2.
Sounds good.
See you there.
See. Welcome back, everyone. Ready to uncover more secrets of the Lo Shu Grid.
Absolutely. Let's dive back in. We left off talking about Rahu, right?
Yeah, that's right.
With its connection to ambition and those material desires. Now let's shift to the heart of the grid.
Okay.
Number 5.
The center.
Representing Mercury.
The planet of communication and intellect, right in the middle. Yes, central placement, it's significant.
Yeah.
Mercury's like the messenger of the gods, right?
Okay.
It governs how we process information, how we express ourselves,
Right.
how we connect with the world around us.
So it's not just about being smart, but also about, how we articulate those smarts.
Yes.
And how we actually put them into practice.
It's that bridge between our thoughts and actions.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what happens when this crucial energy point is missing?
Well, a missing number 5 can create kind of a sense of instability, a lack of self-confidence. You might struggle to start or complete tasks, experience difficulty making decisions, or maybe you feel scattered in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Some even believe, that it can show up as physical imbalances.
Oh, wow.
Like stomach or back pain.
Okay.
Highlighting that mind-body connection.
So it's not just mental, it could be physical as well.
Yeah.
Wow, it's almost like that central point of the grid being empty just throws everything off kilter.
Yeah, it can feel that way.
Okay. How can we boost that Mercury energy and find more grounding, more clarity?
A simple but effective remedy is placing a yellow bulb in the center of your house. Yellow's associated with communication, intellect, clarity,
Right.
aligning perfectly with Mercury's energy.
Yellow's also the color of the solar plexus chakra,
Yes.
which is, all about personal power, confidence.
Right. That seems to tie in nicely.
Yeah.
It's about strengthening that inner core.
Okay.
Another grounding technique is keeping a copper coin with you.
Upper coin.
Yeah. Copper is known for, its conductive properties,
Okay.
both physically and energetically.
I see.
So it helps ground and stabilize energy,
Okay.
which can be, particularly helpful when Mercury's influence is weak.
It's like copper acts as an anchor,
Yeah.
preventing that scattered energy from drifting too far.
Yeah, yeah.
Are there any other grounding practices that might help?
Walking barefoot on grass.
Oh, okay.
That's a wonderful way to connect with the Earth's energy
Yeah.
and balance Mercury's influence. It's simple, right? But it allows you to draw that stability and support directly from nature.
I love that. It's so accessible.
Yeah.
Reminds me of those childhood days, spent running around barefoot.
Yeah, me too. Remember how we talked about using a green pen for number 4, which was associated with Rahu?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that keeping a green pen can also be beneficial for balancing Mercury's energy.
Oh, okay. So green seems to be a versatile color for enhancing multiple areas of the Lo Shu Grid.
Yes, exactly. Green is associated with both Mercury and Rahu.
Okay.
Because both planets, they govern growth and expansion, albeit in different ways.
Okay.
Mercury, it focuses on mental expansion.
Right.
While Rahu's more about material and worldly expansion.
Okay. Earlier we mentioned that a missing number 5 could impact business, or home building endeavors.
Right.
Could you elaborate on that connection?
Absolutely. So when Mercury's energy is weak, it can create challenges in starting and completing those tasks.
Okay.
Yeah. Making sound financial decisions and communicating effectively.
Yeah.
All crucial aspects of business and building projects.
Right.
Those ventures require sharp thinking,
Uh-huh.
clear communication, and strong organizational skills.
Right.
All qualities associated with a balanced Mercury.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Are there any remedies specifically for improving business or financial prospects related to a missing number 5?
Donating green clothes to the poor is considered a powerful remedy for attracting Mercury's blessings and improving that financial luck.
Okay.
It's a way of giving back to the community,
Right.
creating positive karma,
Uh-huh.
which can help smooth the flow of abundance.
Okay.
Similarly, feeding green fodder to cows is believed to, appease Mercury
Okay.
and enhance prosperity.
Right.
In many cultures, cows are seen as symbols of abundance and nurturing.
Right.
And offering them nourishment is a way of honoring that energy.
It's amazing how these practices connect with cultural traditions, and spiritual beliefs.
Absolutely. It highlights the interconnectedness of all things, right? And reminds us that these ancient systems have, they have deep roots in cultural wisdom.
All right, let's move on to number 6.
Okay.
This one represents Venus,
Uh-huh.
the planet of love, beauty, and abundance.
That's right.
Ruling the Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when this charming energy is missing?
When Venus is missing from the Lo Shu grid, it can show up as a lack of wealth and material comforts.
Okay.
Struggles in achieving success.
Yeah.
Or difficulty in forming those fulfilling relationships.
I see.
You might experience a lack of support from friends and family, struggle to attract, romantic partners, or find it challenging to create a harmonious and aesthetically pleasing environment.
So it's not just about romance. It's about all forms of abundance and connection, really.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we invite more of Venus's loving and harmonious energy into our lives?
Indulging in simple pleasures can be a lovely way to connect with Venus's energy,
Right.
like using perfume daily.
Okay.
Fragrances are associated with beauty and sensuality, qualities ruled by Venus. Wearing a metal watch, ideally combining gold and silver, can also enhance Venus's influence.
Oh, I love that. It's both practical and luxurious.
Yes, it is. Venus appreciates beauty and refinement.
Okay.
Consuming white foods like yogurt and milk on Fridays, Venus's day, is considered beneficial.
White foods for Venus on Friday.
Yes.
Okay, let's remember that. What about jewelry? Any recommendations there?
Wearing a silver chain is another simple yet effective remedy.
Okay.
Silver is associated with the moon and Venus,
Yep.
both feminine energies that promote love, harmony, and abundance.
Okay.
It's believed to enhance Venus's energy and attract prosperity.
Silver, white foods, perfume. This is starting to sound like a very delightful remedy plan.
Indeed. Venus is all about embracing beauty and pleasure in all its forms.
I love that perspective. What about incorporating like sound or visual elements into the northwest direction? Would that be helpful?
Absolutely. Remember that metal wind chime we talked about for number 3 and number 4?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it can also be used for Venus. Hanging that wind chime in the northwest, ideally in white or metallic colors, can be, very beneficial.
Okay.
Tying it with a red ribbon, as we've discussed, can further amplify its effects.
It seems like that wind chime is quite the multitasker.
It is.
It is. Okay, we've covered numbers 1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
Onward to number 7, which represents Ketu.
Another shadowy planet in Vedic astrology.
Right.
Governing the west direction.
What kind of impact does its absence have?
Ketu is associated with spirituality, intuition, liberation, and the dissolution of the ego. It's a planet of endings and beginnings,
Okay.
representing that cyclical nature of life.
Right.
Now, when number 7 is missing from the Lo Shu grid, it can manifest as obstacles in work and studies, lack of family support, or difficulty achieving success despite your efforts.
So it's like a feeling of constantly swimming upstream, maybe.
Yeah.
Or putting in the work without seeing the rewards.
Yeah, it can be quite frustrating.
Yeah.
It often creates a sense of detachment or disillusionment.
Okay.
Like you're being tested or forced to let go of attachments.
That sounds challenging.
It can be.
So how do we remedy a missing number 7
Okay.
and bring more ease, more flow into the picture?
Feeding dogs and crows roti soaked in milk is considered a powerful remedy for appeasing Ketu
Okay.
and mitigating its negative effects.
Okay.
In Vedic astrology, dogs and crows are associated with Ketu,
Uh-huh.
and offering them nourishment is a way of acknowledging and balancing its energy.
That's interesting. I'd never heard of that remedy before.
Yeah. Interestingly, wearing a golden metal watch is also recommended.
Oh, golden.
Yeah. Even though Ketu is generally associated with silver,
Okay.
this is because gold represents the sun,
Okay.
and the sun and Ketu are considered karmic allies.
Ozzy.
So strengthening the sun's energy can indirectly help balance Ketu.
Okay. So there are exceptions to the general color association sometimes.
Yeah, numerology and feng shui are complex systems with layers of symbolism and interconnected principles.
Right.
It's not always about rigid rules, but about understanding those deeper energetic dynamic.
Okay. What other remedies can help with a missing number 7?
Looking at your feet before starting any work
Okay.
is a simple yet symbolic gesture
Right.
that's believed to invoke Ketu's blessings.
Okay.
It's a way of, acknowledging your grounding, staying present in the moment.
I love how these remedies combine physical actions
Yeah.
with the symbolic meanings.
It's not just about what you do, but the intention behind it.
Exactly. It's about aligning our thoughts, our actions, and our environment
Yes.
to create that harmonious flow of energy.
Okay. Any other suggestions for balancing Ketu's energy?
Worshipping Lord Ganesha.
Yes.
The remover of obstacles is
Right.
highly recommended when Ketu's energy is weak or missing.
Yeah.
Ganesha is known for his ability to overcome challenges
Uh-huh.
and clear the path for new beginnings.
Exactly. And on a more practical level, removing faulty electrical appliances from your house is believed to improve the flow of Ketu's energy.
Oh yeah.
Broken or malfunctioning appliances can symbolize, blocked or stagnant energy,
Uh-huh.
which Ketu's influence can exacerbate.
It's almost like those broken appliances become energetic clutter,
Uh-huh.
weighing down the space.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it.
All right, we're in the home stretch now.
Okay.
Let's move on to number 8, which represents Saturn,
The planet of discipline and karma.
governing the northeast direction.
That's right.
What does it mean when this number is absent?
Saturn is often seen as the taskmaster of the zodiac, right?
Oh, wow.
It represents structure, responsibility, hard work, limitations, and long-term growth.
Okay.
While its energy can be challenging,
Huh.
it's ultimately about helping us build build a solid foundation for our lives.
Right.
And learn valuable lessons through experience.
I see.
When number 8 is missing from the Lo Shu grid, it can manifest as difficulty making, financial decisions,
Okay.
a lack of completion in work, or a general sense of instability in life.
So it's like a feeling of constantly being tested, being challenged, of things not quite solidifying as you'd hoped.
Yes, it can feel like you're always pushing a boulder uphill.
Yeah.
But remember, Saturn's challenges, they're meant to teach us resilience, patience, and the value of hard work.
So it's about learning to work with Saturn's energy rather than resisting it.
Exactly.
How can we strengthen Saturn's energy when it's missing from the Lo Shu grid?
Keeping Ganga water, considered sacred in Hinduism, in a pitcher in the northeast direction is a powerful remedy for enhancing Saturn's energy.
Well.
Ganga water is believed to have purifying properties, cleansing those negative energies and bringing a sense of peace and clarity, which can be helpful when dealing with Saturn's challenges.
Ganga water, it's thought to carry the blessings of the Ganges River.
Yes.
Which is revered in India for its spiritual significance.
Exactly. It's like bringing a bit of that sacred energy into your home.
I see.
Another way to balance Saturn's energy is through lifestyle choices. Avoiding meat consumption is recommended. As it's believed to increase Saturn's, negative influence. Meat is seen as a denser food.
Right.
That can weigh down the energy.
Okay.
While a plant-based diet can create more lightness and ease.
So it's about simplifying and purifying.
Yes.
Both physically and energetically.
Precisely. Saturn appreciates structure and self-control. So maintaining cleanliness, orderliness in your home, in your life, is another way to appease Saturn.
It's like creating a sense of order amidst the chaos.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. Avoiding alcohol is also advisable. As it's thought to cloud judgment and exacerbate Saturn's negative effects.
Those are some practical lifestyle adjustments that can make a difference.
Right.
What about remedies that focus more on our inner world?
Donating to the poor and respecting, laborers and those less fortunate are powerful ways to balance Saturn's energy on a karmic level. Saturn is the planet of karma, and these acts of kindness and humility help to mitigate its harsher aspects.
It's about recognizing that interconnectedness of all things.
Yes.
And practicing compassion, empathy, especially towards those who might be struggling.
Exactly. Saturn teaches us that true strength lies in service and responsibility.
Amazing. We've made it to our final missing number 9.
Oh, wow.
Representing Mars, the planet of action and energy. Ruling the south direction.
The south,
What happens when this fiery number is absent?
Mars represents, our drive, willpower, courage, our ability to assert ourselves in the world. When number 9 is missing from the Lo Shu grid, it can show up as a lack of energy and enthusiasm, difficulty standing up for yourself, or challenges in achieving recognition or fame. You might find yourself, procrastinating, lacking motivation, or feeling like your efforts are not being acknowledged.
So it's like that inner fire has dimmed. And you're having trouble, igniting it again.
Exactly. Mars is the planet of action. So its absence can create, a sense of passivity or feeling stuck in a rut.
So how do we remedy missing number 9 and reignite that Martian fire?
A simple way to enhance Mars's energy is by placing a red bulb on the south wall of your house. Red is associated with, passion, vitality, action, courage. All qualities connected to Mars. Visually, it can help to energize the space and stimulate action.
Red is definitely a bold and energizing color.
Yes.
What about incorporating other visual elements?
Placing a picture of fire in the south direction can further amplify Mars's influence. Fire is a powerful symbol of transformation and energy.
representing the burning away of obstacles and the ignition of new beginnings.
I love that it's a reminder that even when we feel stuck, we have that power within us to create change.
Exactly.
What about spiritual practices that might help boost Mars's energy?
Reciting the Hanuman Chalisa.
Okay.
It's a Hindu devotional hymn dedicated to Lord Hanuman. Is highly recommended when Mars's energy is weak or missing.
Okay.
Hanuman is known for his immense strength, courage, and unwavering devotion, qualities that embody the positive aspects of Mars.
Hanuman's often depicted as a monkey god.
Yes.
Symbolizing, agility, strength, the ability to overcome obstacles.
That's right. It's interesting how many of these remedies involve connecting with deities or spiritual practices.
Yeah.
It highlights the spiritual dimension of these systems.
Right. The Lo Shu Grid is not just about, manipulating external elements, but also about aligning our inner selves with those cosmic energies. It's about tapping into a power that's greater than ourselves.
I love that perspective. It's about holistic balance, recognizing that interconnectedness of our physical, mental, and spiritual selves.
Exactly. Any other remedies for missing number 9 before we wrap up?
Yes. Remember that red thread we discussed earlier? Yeah. For balancing the sun's energy? And for number 2, the moon?
Yeah.
Tying a red thread on your right wrist is also recommended for boosting Mars's influence.
Right.
The right side of the body is associated with outward expression and taking action, which aligns with Mars's energy.
Yeah. It's amazing how a simple red thread can have so many applications and meanings within the Lo Shu Grid. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones.
Well, we've covered all 9 missing numbers.
We did it.
And their corresponding remedies.
It's been quite a journey.
It has been. We've explored a wide range of remedies.
Yeah. From
practical adjustments to symbolic gestures and spiritual practices.
Yeah.
All aimed at creating balance and harmony in our lives.
Right.
It's incredible how each missing number can reveal so much.
It is.
About our potential challenges, our growth opportunities. Right. It's like a roadmap.
A roadmap.
For self-discovery, guiding us towards greater balance.
Yeah, and fulfillment.
Yeah, and fulfillment, exactly. Yeah. It's not about being incomplete if numbers are missing, right?
Right. It's about understanding those nuances.
Yeah.
And using remedies to create more harmony.
Right.
In our lives.
In our lives, yeah.
It's like fine-tuning an instrument.
Okay.
To create a more beautiful melody.
I like that analogy.
So what are some key takeaways?
Yeah, what are some key takeaways
you'd like listeners to remember from our deep dive?
Yeah, definitely.
Firstly, remember that each missing number is an invitation.
Okay.
To explore a specific aspect of yourself. Don't view them as weaknesses.
Right.
But rather as areas where you can focus your attention.
Okay.
Your intention.
It's a shift in perspective from what's wrong to like what can I learn?
Yeah, yeah.
It's about embracing those gaps.
Exactly.
As opportunities for growth.
Secondly, remember that remedies are not, a one-size-fits-all solution.
Okay.
Experiment, see what resonates with you.
Right.
And adjust accordingly.
Makes sense.
Trust your intuition and pay attention to how those remedies, how they make you feel.
It's about making these practices your own and finding, what works best for you. There's no right or wrong way to approach it, really.
And finally, approach those remedies with intention and awareness.
Okay.
Don't just go through the motions.
Yeah.
Really tune in to the energy of each practice.
Okay.
Observe any shifts or changes you experience.
It's about becoming an active participant.
Yes.
In your own growth and transformation. The Lo Shu Grid is a tool for empowerment, not a set of rigid rules.
Well said.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
But as always, there's so much more to explore.
Always.
What's one final thought you'd like to leave our listeners with?
Remember that the Lo Shu Grid is a dynamic system.
Okay.
It reflects your ever-evolving energy.
Right.
So embrace that journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
And trust that you have the power within you to create a life filled with balance, harmony, and purpose.
That's a beautiful and inspiring message to end on.
I think so.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And to our listeners, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What resonated with you most? Which missing numbers impact, surprised you?
Uh-huh.
And what one remedy will you try out this week?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Until next time.
Keep exploring and keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.